In the last video, we talked about looking at second derivative and knowing concave up or concave down. So now let's think about how we can use that to classify critical points. So remember, our critical points happened or happen when the first derivative is equal to 0. So our critical points are leading us to maxes and mins. So if we have a first derivative equal to 0, that means that we know our slope is going to be 0, the slope of the tangent is 0. And then if our second derivative is positive, that means it's concave up. So first derivative 0, second derivative positive. Well, if I think about that, that's going to make a point like this. So if these two situations happen, that leads us to a min. If our first derivative is 0 and the second derivative is we already did positive, second derivative is negative, then this means concave down. First derivative being 0 is going to make a maximum. If the first derivative is 0 and the second derivative is also 0, that means we're going to have a stationary point of inflection. So that's going to be something like what we have in our cubic. So that one we call a stationary point of inflection. So I went from concave down to concave up, and I flattened out for a bit, as opposed to the point of inflection that we saw up here, where this is a non-stationary point of inflection. At this point, my first derivative would be negative.